Greetings, royal family, and welcome to another message by the Honorable Yahweh Beit Nun Sophie Yahweh. Now, royal family, this message was taught many years ago by the Honorable Yahweh and is being presented to you today by Yahweh's royal priesthood. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Visit us at Yahweh's Royal Priesthood, www.yahweh144000.com. And also, royal family, join us at the University of Yahweh, where classes are designed for the Godhead. Visit us at www.universityofyahweh.org. Also, royal family, listen to our weekly podcasts by the University of Yahweh, found on most podcast platforms. We look forward to you being there as well. Enjoy, royal family.
Tonight I want to speak to you some more relative to the lame man and the great pretenders. Tonight I'm talking to you about the lame man and the great pretenders. The rulers of this world are without grace. And since they are without grace, they only rule the world by pretending to have grace. What they do is put on tuxedos, cummerbunds, white gloves, fill a room full of flowers, and their women have on long gowns, long white gloves, and they pretend to be high-class society. They pretend to be refined. But what they are like empty-sounding symbols. They only fool the masses of the world with their pretense. And this is what causes the masses, what people call the lower class, to look up to them, because they go to finishing schools to learn how to put on the air. So they are in reality masters at producing and maintaining lame brains. I'm sure all of you have at some point heard someone call another a lame brain. Well, the great pretenders, the rulers of this world, are the masters of producing and maintaining lame brains. The great pretenders simulate grace. They don't have grace, so they simulate grace. The great pretenders who produce lame brains, the lame man, they dissimulate. They don't have what it takes for grace, so they're guilty of hypocrisy. The great pretenders are the world's greatest hypocrites when it comes to being saved by grace. They claim that they have been saved by grace. They may have been saved by grace, but they certainly don't have any of it. The great pretenders are the masters of deception. And they deceive the lame brain into believing that they too can become a part of high society or be first class by putting on a tuxedo and a long gown. That doesn't change the character of a person, the outside dress. What one wears does not change the manifested nature of that person. Oh, but the great pretenders are guilty of misrepresentation, and they misrepresent grace. They act the part. They put on a false show. Everything about the great pretenders is a false show. They have not been saved by my grace, so there's nothing else they can show but semblance. The great pretenders are fakes. They are fakers. They even use terms like fake it till you make it. And when you make it, you don't have to fake it. Make what? Money? Money doesn't make for a person's character. No matter how much money you get, you can put on a show. But how many of you have ever been in the midst of tuxedos and gowns and high-class society and listened to the conversation? Was it holy or unholy? Was the conversation moral or unmoral? I can assure you that the great pretenders' conversation was unholy and immoral. So once again, the dress does not make them. The great pretenders are malingers. They are natural malingers. That means that the lame man is a malinger. Because the lame man, he is a great pretender. He wants to pretend he's not lame. And you see right away, this goes beyond the physical manifestation of a lame man to that of a mental and a spiritual lame man. So the mental and spiritual lame man wants to pretend that he is not a malinger. He is a shirker. The great pretender is a shirker. So he has produced a lame man who is a shirker. The pretender is a gold bricker. So the lame man is a gold bricker. The great pretender is a clock watcher. So he has produced a lame man, a lame brain, who is a clock watcher. You don't go to work. The lame man doesn't go to work because he loves the job that he's doing. The lame brain doesn't go to work because he wants to make a contribution to society. The lame brain, the lame man goes to work for a paycheck. So they watch the clock. They're not interested in production or overproduction. They really aren't too concerned about underproduction. They're not interested in production at all, because that's the nature of a lame brain and the great pretender. All great pretenders are goof-offs. So they have produced a lame man who is a goof-off. The great pretender is a slacker. So the lame man is a slacker. The great pretenders, the ones who rule society today, they are procrastinators. So the lame man is a procrastinator, and he's a tergiversator. He puts off for tomorrow what he can and should do today. The great pretender is an idler. So the lame man is an idler. The great pretenders, they're all loafers. They call them the idle rich. They loaf around, like go out on the yachts and just lay up and to you do no work whatsoever. It's a life of loafing. So what does the lame man want to do? He wants to be retired, never work anywhere, produce nothing, and spend a life loafing. That's the condition of the so-called black man of America as a lame man. The great pretenders are triflers. So the black man of America is a trifler. The great pretenders are avoiders. They love to avoid work. They love to avoid responsibility. They love to avoid taking care of their children. A lame man will have children and desert them. He is a regular deserter. He's just like the one who made him, the great pretender. They are deserters. They love to see you in the dark, but don't want to see you in the light. They are deserters. The great pretenders are absconders, and the lame man is an absconder. The lame man of America is an absentee. Love to play all kinds of tricks to get off the job. The great pretenders are dodgers. And I don't mean the Brooklyn Dodgers. Straight dodgers, like to dodge work, dodge responsibility, dodge what it takes to become refined and dignified. The great pretenders are defaulters. So the lame man is a natural defaulter. The great pretenders are neglectors. So the lame man, the so-called black man of America, is a neglector. He neglects himself, neglects his person, neglects his family, neglects responsibility. The great pretenders, all of them, sail under false colors. So the lame man of America is sailing under false colors. They all put on an act. Nothing is real in high-class society. It's all fake. They allege to be what they are not. The great pretenders are the so-called high class. And the lame man wants to be in the group and ranked as a high-class person, but he's unwilling to pay the price that it takes to be high class. So the lame man needs to be healed. The great pretenders are in name only. They're not with grace, only in name. So the lame man, the so-called black man of America, he does things in name only. They go to church in name only. They profess to believe, but it's in name only. They don't live what the man did. They don't live what the man taught. In fact, they have no knowledge of what the man teaches or taught. So everything they are, they're in the name only. The great pretenders profess to be what they are not. The great pretenders pretend to be high society when they're not. So wearing a tux and a gown, a tuxedo and a gown, does not make you. You still remain counterfeit. The lame man is a counterfeit. The lame man is unauthentic. The great pretenders are all of them unreal. So the lame man is an unreal man in every sense of the word. In any way that you check him out, he is an unreal man. He gives his word and he never keeps it. Not only will he lie to you, but he loves to be lied to. They are lovers of lies. They pay people to lie to them, and then they call them comedians. The great pretenders are bogus. They're all bogus. The lame man is a bogus man. He's phony. They are all of them together, the great pretender and the lame man. They're fictitious, and they love the make-believe world. They all like to live like Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood. The great pretenders are fabricators, and the lame man loves to fabricate, make up stories, make up situations. The great pretenders adopt the outside appearance of refinement. They will take courses in etiquette so that they can look like they are refined. So they adopt the outward show of refinement. They're all superficial and artificial. They're all of them plastic. The great pretenders are all of them unnatural. They only wear their gown on special occasions when they want to show off that they are what they are not. But they live a life totally contrary before the gown and after the long gown because they're insincere. The lame man is an insincere man. The great pretenders are all of them pseudo. So the lame man is a pseudo because he's their product. The so-called black man of America is the product of the great pretenders. That's why he's lame from his mother's womb. So the power of Yahweh has saved you that are under the sound of my voice. Every one of you that have received me, believe in me, believe on my name, then you have been saved by Yahweh. The power of Yahweh has saved you and called you with a holy calling. I'm not calling you to pretend. I'm not calling you to be artificial and plastic and unnatural. I am calling you to be holy, to set yourself aside to the service of Yahweh, who is all holy. Not according to your works, but according to my own purpose and grace. And this is what I've been sharing with you, that which is grace, my grace. I'm pouring out upon you tonight, which was given to you in Yahweh ben Yahweh before the world began. Before this world began, 6,000 years ago, I am here to give this to you then. But it is now made manifest by the appearing of your Savior, Yahweh ben Yahweh, who has abolished death. I have abolished death. That's why I am able to consciously resurrect you from your grave. And I have brought life and immortality to light through the good news message of Yahweh. And you can study this in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verses 9 and 10. It is written of the lame man in the word of Yahweh, the Holy Bible. There is none righteous. There is not one righteous lame man. There is not one lame man that understands. There is not one lame man that seeketh after Yahweh. They are all gone out of the way. They have all gone out of the way of the law, statutes, judgments, and commandments of Yahweh. They are together become unprofitable. They are unprofitable servants, even to the great pretenders now. So now the great pretenders are busy enacting all kinds of methods of genocide upon the lame man. They are ashamed today of the lame man. The lame man is not needed to pick cotton anymore. They have machines for that. The lame man is not needed to clean their houses anymore. They have imported people from other nations to do that. The lame man is a man that is just unprofitable, altogether unprofitable. And there is none of them that do good. No lame man does good. No, not one. You can drive up and down the streets of the ghettos across America, and the lame man is the same in every single city. When you see one lame man, you've seen another lame man all throughout America. Their throat is an open grave. A grave is full of dead minds, dead bodies that is unable to do anything profitable anymore. The lame man, with their tongues, they have used their tongues for deceit. The poison of asp is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. That's all the lame man does, is run throughout the land cursing. Even the great pretenders, they're a bunch of profane users. They're profane and they love to curse. The lame man, his whole mouth is full of bitterness. As I said last night, they're full of hate, full of bitterness. They're bitter about everything. They're bitter about being born, bitter about what family they're born into, bitter about where they were born and what community, bitter about the school that they attend, bitter about the education that they receive, bitter about the job that they get, bitter about the profession that they choose. They're just full of bitterness. And their feet, the lame man's feet, are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways. All of their ways are destruction. All of their ways are misery. And the way of peace have they not known. The lame man never knows peace. He's tormented day and night, pure hell. Why? Because there is no fear of Yahweh before their eyes. Now we know that what things soever the law says, it says to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped and all the world may become subject to the judgment of Yahweh. The laws of Yahweh are perfect, and they will convert the simple mind and make you wise. Therefore, by the deeds of the law is a man or a lame man healed. By the deeds of the law is a man healed. Or by the deeds of the law is a man lame. The deeds, the works of a man. If you work at not keeping the law, you're lame. If you work at keeping the law, you will be healed. For by the law is the knowledge of sin made known. The only way that you can have a knowledge of sin is through the law of Yahweh. And you can study some of this in the book of Romans, chapter 3, verses 10 through 20. As you hear me teach and speak with you, I now ask you a question tonight. Am I the one promised to come? Or do you look for another? Go and show the world my works, that the lame man is now able to walk with the blessing that I am giving. I am pouring out upon you the spirit of grace, such as elegance. When I pour out upon you the spirit of elegance, then I make you to enjoy fineness. I cause you to become fine. That's your nature, to be fine. I pour upon you the spirit of luxuriousness. You are supposed to live a life of luxury. That's your inheritance. That's what you are to do. That's your heritage, a luxurious heritage. I'm not happy or satisfied unless you are living in luxury. I am pouring out upon you the spirit of sumptuousness. Sumptuousness. What does that mean? That means that I'm making you expensive. The most expensive being on the earth, high above all other people on the planet. I'm making you costly. You're supposed to enjoy all that is costly. As I pour out my spirit of grace upon you, you become high priced, too high for anybody else. You're priced out of the market for anybody else to have but me. As I pour out upon you the spirit of grace, my spirit, you become exorbitant. That's your natural nature. That's your natural state. As I pour out upon you the spirit of grace, you become extravagant. You're born to be extravagant and never run out of extravagance. As I pour out upon you my spirit of grace, you become valuable, precious, and priceless. That is your nature, to become precious, to become absolutely priceless. Everything that's in your mansion is supposed to be priceless. Everything that you drive is supposed to be priceless. Everything that you wear is supposed to be absolutely priceless. The children that you have are to be priceless. Sons and daughters, priceless. As I pour out upon you my spirit of grace, you become inestimable, rich, absolutely rich. Nobody can even estimate how rich you are to be. You become inestimable. That's the greatest thing that can happen to you, is to be healed of your lame condition. When I pour out upon you my spirit of grace and heal your lame condition, you become opulent. Your nature is opulence. That's your natural state, to be opulent. As I pour out my spirit of grace upon you, you become lavish. You have a lavish spirit, a lavish nature. You are to become magnificent. You're to enjoy the magnificent things of the world. That's your nature. And you have all of this in righteousness, in holiness.